Well, there's a fresh perfume I smell in the studio.
Yeah.
It's different than the Sissany and Tanya scent. Is this your own fragrance?
I wish it was. Does it smell good?
It smells great.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
It's Julianne Hough has joined us in the studio.
Hey, welcome.
Well, Sissany and Tanya, very excited to see you, as am I.
I feel like so many people are. This is a very exciting moment.
Yes, it's very nostalgic for me.
Yes.
I remember several conversations we've had on this very radio station. But
Yes.
Julianne is here. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
What'd you do to celebrate?
Just went to dinner with some girlfriends and howled at the moon since it was a full moon. That was
Did
great.
you?
Oh, that's
did
so
you,
cool.
You're spiritual. You're a spiritual being.
I'm just setting the tone for what we're about to talk about. So,
Well,
you
I'm
know.
very fascinated by it. We're going to talk about music. You've got a new book
Yeah.
that's coming out as well. And I'm just thinking, like, I know you can do everything, but you really can do everything. Like, you host this, you host TV shows, you sing, you perform, you interpretive dance. I saw
had
that
a
video.
very, very good mentor for quite so many years.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Who's that?
I mean,
I can only do one thing.
no.
I
you
can't
do
interpretive dance.
You do many. I don't know. I've seen that before. That's not bad.
But Tanya says they have a question.
Did you ever try ballroom dancing, actually, Ryan?
Did we?
Like, not ever once in
I don't
all the
think we ever-
years?
We never
I don't know.
danced.
We didn't.
How
I
many-
didn't
how many
see
No,
dance-
that.
but Julianne got Ryan on the dance floor.
I remember that holiday.
Yeah, the
dance.
holiday
Yes,
party.
the holiday
Ryan
party.
was like on
That
the
was the
dance
last
floor.
time I was on a
That
dance
was
floor.
how many years ago?
Yeah.
But
13,
they actually have a
14?
question for you.
Okay,
Okay.
so we were talking about this on the air the other day,
Yes.
and Ryan was claiming that he's not a cuddler at night. And I was like, okay, yes, I understand that. And I'm, 15 years in with my husband, and
Yeah.
kind of the same thing. You kiss, you go to bed. But I'm like, at the beginning of a relationship, at the very, like, when the sparks are flying and you can't keep your hands off each other, and
Yeah.
there's makeout sessions and all that, I'm like, you for sure cuddle
There's
in the
no
beginning.
way that
And
he never cuddles.
And
Like,
he
there's
goes,
just no
and he
way.
goes, no chance.
I don't really remember.
I don't either.
Oh,
But I gotta be honest. I'm like a foot person. I'll just like put my foot over.
And you're fine.
Just like foot over.
I don't recall.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we have to get to the bottom of this because there's just no way that you don't cuddle.
I just think there are, like, Sissany, there are two types of people. People who can live for it and people who just say, all right, see you tomorrow. Flip over.
It's also like, do you get hot?
Yeah.
Like
I feel like
hot,
you're not
you
a
sweat.
cuddler. That's what I'm
It depends
sensing.
on the person.
Yeah. Okay. What is it that you when you tell people what you do who don't know, like occupation, what do you say?
Well, I can't believe you just asked me that question. It's the hardest thing because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I do so many different things. I think I'm just a creator. I'd like to generate ideas, and I like them to feel like they're multi-layered. You can have, this lane, this lane, this lane, like whether it be like a sensorial experience. So like whether it's music or acting or dancing, like I want somebody to experience the creativity in all ways.
Like a sensory overload of the
Yeah.
creativity. So tell us about the book. There's a book that she's just written, which is
Yes.
fiction, but kind of based on some things that may have happened or people that may be in your life. Everything we never knew.
Yeah, people call it factional, where it's,
Okay.
it's definitely fiction, but it's definitely based on my life. So in the last 4 years, I started writing it in 2020 when I had a very, very big transformational time where I was going through some major healing from like childhood and stuff like that. And as I was going through this experience, I was like, I don't really want to share all of my personal details with everybody. I kind of want to keep certain things sacred. But how can I share the universal themes of what I've gone through that people experience? Loss, grief, betrayal, violation, abandonment, all those things that we all experience in different ways, but through entertainment, through this sensorial experience. So I started writing this book, and it took 4 years.
Okay, take your time, girl.
It took 4 years. But, it's a story about a woman who on the outside and even in her world thinks she has everything together. She's got the perfect marriage. She's got the perfect house, the perfect job, the perfect everything. And then she realizes, and the book is actually quite supernatural, as she's starting to go on this journey, she realizes she has these superpowers. And as she's cultivating them, she has to go and harness what these gifts are. And as she's realizing, she thinks she's supposed to be this healer, But of course, she can't heal anybody until she heals herself first.
Oh, there's a theme.
I love it.
And so,
Ain't that the truth?
yeah. And so, the tools in which she is able to go on this self-discovery healing journey, it's through the elements. And so, there's all these different lessons that she learns and along the way. It's very supernatural. So you'll find that like she's got all these abilities, sensorial abilities where she can see things, hear things, smell things,
It's very
taste things.
creative.
That's cool.
Yeah, and again, I may or may not have had some similar experiences.
I know that's the thing. When I'm reading this, I'm going to try and figure out who's who.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
who's
you want to know who the main character's name is?
Ryan.
Lexi.
Oh, your dog.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
saw that.
There's all these little
Easter eggs.
There are all these little Easter eggs. If you do know my, and have followed my journey personally,
Right.
you will find little things here and
I
there.
can't even think about
Yeah,
that
I know.
story. Did you ever talk
Well,
about that?
I haven't talked about that, but it is in the book. The loss and the grief of
She lost
Lexi
her,
and
her
Harley.
Yes.
dogs.
Yeah.
Very sad incident.
Yeah. But
But I want to play. So there's also music that goes along with the book. Let me just play a little bit of this to give it some color.
We don't have to search stars to find out who we are. The answer lies in me and you. Everything we never knew. We can let the river flow and trust in where it goes. The answer lies in me and you.
Everything we never knew. That's Julianne Hough, and this accompanies the book. The music.
yes. So my whole idea around the music was kind of my greatest regret that I never feel like I fully finished. I had a country career and I just pivoted because I had this like feeling of like, I'm a competitor. I've competed my entire life. And my psychology was if I'm not number one, then I'm losing.
Yeah.
And so I had this competitive nature with myself. And so I decided to I'm going to pivot and I'm going to go do movies instead. And so I never really followed through with my music, and that was my greatest regret. And so as I went through this healing journey and I wrote this book and I started my company Kinergy, which is like the movement of what I learned in this, and people can actually take the modality, I was like, you know what? I want to feel self-expressed. I'm going to write some music. And so this song that we're listening to now, Everything We Never Knew, is the title track of like the overarching theme of the book. It's almost like a trailer for what the book is.
I can see it.
And then I wrote 4 other songs that are earth, fire, water, and air that go with each one of the lessons. So like air is her speaking up for herself for the first time. Fire is her connecting to the visceral like nature of her body and her sensuality. The water is like her grief and loss and actually experiencing that. And then earth is like, deep roots, like family, systems and like the betrayal and abandonment and all that stuff that she has to deal with. So I wrote all these songs to just be my version of my self-expression and really feel like I kind of closed a loop of like what I started and I never got to finish.
I'm just saying. I know you're creative, but I realize how uncreative we are.
I was just like, wow.
That's incredible. I could never.
Everything that you say, I'm like,
even explain it. I mean, it's very impressive.
Thank you. I'm excited. Like the title as well, Everything We Never Knew. Everything is within us, and it's just about unraveling and delayering.
Are you
to
at a
come
place
back to
where
you are?
Did you learn everything you need to learn about you? Are you still
It's
learning
a
about
constant
you?
journey, always and forever. But I will say, I have never felt more at peace and grounded in who I am, and I really, really am happy.
It's good to hear that.
That's
It's good to
really
see
cool.
that.
Yeah. But I'm
Well,
excited for
exciting.
people to experience this, and it's fun. Like, it's a very fun, adventurous book, so
Right.
people will get lost in it and have a good time. And
Will there be an audio version of it?
yeah, I actually did the narration myself.
I love that. I'm an
Yes.
Audible girl.
Sisney's gonna listen.
And the music's in there.
See, that's what I'm talking
And-
about.
All right, it's all out tomorrow, so you can check it out.
Yes.
Everything we never knew. Great to see you, Julianne
I
Hough.
know,
Yay.
you too.
Continued
Ryan.
success. Thanks for coming in.
And Tanya and Sissany, love seeing you guys too.
I know.
They want to go gossip with you outside the
Oh,
studio.
Let's do it.